Yo, what's up guys? The Last Pikeman here, and today we're opening up very cinematically on our new siege target. I am part of the attackers here, and we are... I actually forget who's in this. So I'm Slukits. I don't know, I have a... I have a fetish for the Slugits. Not really. Don't ignore that. But anyways, I do like playing them. I seen these over here in the middle here. They're getting hit with some wall ballistas, so they kind of move back. They're firing back with their smaller ballistas here. They're portable ballistas. And then on this flank here, we have Carthage. Defending. Over here, we got Cocleus. We got Galatia and Nabate. Nabata. So nothing's really too unfair here. I think Nabate has some pretty good troops. But so these guys over here at Carthage, they have some good mercenary troops as well. Where are they? So they got Samnite warriors in there already. Back here we got another Samnite warrior, another Samnite warrior. Ooh, 2 pike units, that's good. And then noble fighters. Yeah, so they have really good units. They're using pretty much their mid tiers to push. I am currently moving up my troops as well. I was having these guys back here defend my ballistas because I didn't want to have happen what happened to the Iceni's ballistas here, getting destroyed by the wall artillery. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen it. This guy, yep, right here, he's been sniping my thorax sword unit. I've been trying to move him in between, dodge, some of these shots moving up, but it's hard. Also, if you notice on the flank over here, they got some cavalry moving out, some chariots, which is a bit scary. And I believe on the other flank, okay, spoiler alert, there will be some other cavalry coming over there. So yeah, I mean, I'll see these guys, but the chariots are really what scares me. Now the cataphracts, they run into my swords, that'll hurt a little bit, but if I can get off a volley of javelins or whatever before they really get in there, they'll definitely get hurt, right? And then we can fight them off and skirmish them. But anyways, I'm noticing, okay, his chariots might come and try and pick off my guys here. Kind of looks like they're making that move. So we're going to drop them off the towers real quick, try and get ahead of this, and move my thorax swordsman in there, right? We want to get as much Pila into those chariots as we can before they hit our front line, because that's really what's going to do the damage. I'm also going to move up, you can kind of see my troop formations here. I'm going to move up some archers. So if they do decide to come in here, archers come up, just obliterate them. So also, I've started making my general a Royal Peltis unit. Their skirmishing capabilities aren't insane or anything, but they do have the skirmishing capabilities, which I like for instances like this, right? Which is also why Theros spears are good. So yeah, boom, right there. You see that? Awesome. Awesome javelin throws. And so what you got to do, by the way, with these chariots is run them through. You got to keep directing them past the troops you want to run through. You don't target the troop itself, right? Either way, though, we destroyed them. So, good reaction, I would say, from me here. And by the way, there's the other guys on the other flank. Good reaction from me here. They're still trying to encircle us, so we got to keep a tight knit on our troops. Tight defensive line. And by the way, my elite troops are back here too. They're the silver shields, so we don't really want them eating too much damage, but they're capable of fighters, so they'll fight. My ballista, don't think... Oh yeah, it has been firing. So 39 kills already. Oh yeah, look at this. Just mosh pitted guys. Oh man, that is just awesome for my ballista. I mean, just a line. Boom, 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 right? If it falls short, it probably kills some of these guys. If we go over, we have potential to hit these. So I'm targeting kind of right in here. By the way, if you guys didn't know, you can do an area fire with your ballista. If you hold down... the Alt key and then right click, it'll shoot in, like, if you can see my mouse, it'll be like a radius like this, or a diameter like that. And it's good for some things, like if you can't actually target troops to see them, but they're kind of in that area, it's really good for that. Switch to fireballs. They're not as accurate, but obviously in here we don't have to be that accurate. And they also have a lot more trickle effect, I feel like. I think that's the other ballista, the other Iceni ballista, which still has all its ammo. You know, I mean, they were left with only one, but were they? Wait, 2. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and so moving kind of in and out here, they got these noble horse, which they're pretty solid, so we gotta watch them. Right flank over here, they're not doing much. They can't compete with these war elephants, so I wouldn't really try to do much anyways over here. It'd be kind of like a throwaway if they did. Yeah, cheeky play from them. They're shooting... Oh, missed it, sorry. They're shooting from their freaking ballista, their wall ballista, all the way over here, over this hill, and targeting some of Carthage's troops. Yeah. So anyways, my ballista, yeah, it's awesome. Look, I mean, look at that coming in here. This might even be a good... Yeah, this is a great... Like this coming out of the siege towers, everyone's running up. Yeah, that's a cool thumbnail, for sure. Oh yeah, and then the flaming pots coming in. Wait, that's even better. Boom. Okay, something in there will be good. Okay. Oh, long battle, just look at the time. So yeah, so it took us a while to get up here. My bad. Probably could have fast forwarded, but there were some little pieces of action in there. A little laggy right there. I am going to push just this side over here. Happens to be where my troops are. Carthage is pushing over there. Our Iceni is pushing right here. And as long as we kind of push on a united front, we should be mostly okay. Sending in my Persian hoplites first to eat, you know, whatever's going to get thrown at them. And then we're gonna run at them, basically. This area, I mean, this gets a little tricky in here because they can shoot you over the side, right, and really skirmish you. Same goes for us though. We can shoot at them from here, and skirmish them from here as well. I guess these guys are getting hit with archer fire. I'll move them soon. Yeah. So what to say? So Carthage is over here pushing in. Got living infantry. I think they got a Samnite warrior in here somewhere. And they're, yeah, hoplite unit, hillmen. And then yeah, pretty much just living infantry, which isn't bad. I mean, they're great, you know, mid tier. So they're gonna fight pretty hard, and we're just gonna shove them up in there, right? And I imagine from here, yeah. So they have archers staged up here, which will be able to hit them. They're mostly facing forward, so it's probably not a huge deal, but you know, they have a lot of ammunition at this point in time, and they're still firing from this freaking wall artillery. Ooh, I saw that landed right there. Anyways, yeah, so we got to use our archers effectively while they're using their archers effectively, and hopefully we can just throw more bodies at them and make it to the next, you know, choke point of the settlement. Ooh, looks like I switched targets, and great misses. Yep. So thorax swords are way too deep in there, fighting, but we're marching in some reinforcements here. You know, I don't know if I should have shoved this full-heartedly as I did, but it does provide Iceni with a you know, a gap here to really push and plug away and fight in this area. And we also don't want to be too grouped up for their archers, right? Because then they still get kills. Like, we're still spaced out so much that they're going to be able to hit us. So it's you know, it's good and bad, but if I use my archers effectively, then, which I think we're starting to shoot, which also, by the way, like, look at, you see how many, you might have caught it at the end, how many arrows hit the wall right there? So this is what I'm learning, right? So I probably let these guys shoot for too long, because I was figuring they would shoot like archers would, right? And arch it, right? Archers, they would arch it over the walls, right? Which is the benefit of not bringing slingers, right? Okay, so maybe it is their slingers that are shooting that. Let's see. My archers were doing it. They were doing it for a little bit. I can tell you that because I caught them. So yeah, so I moved my hoplites over here. My Persian hoplites are, you know, they're my very low tier unit, and this is probably the best thing they can do for me is just eat up heavy archer ammo right here. That's awesome. Put them in hoplite formation, face them right towards them, and they also act as a deterrent to this cavalry as well. Oh yeah, here my archers go. Okay, so they're kind of coming in there. See, 1 or 2 are hitting the walls. This is a tough shot. Oh, yeah. See right there. Okay. What the F, man? Can you guys arch it over the walls so you can get kills? So, this is the difficulty I was having. And in the last video, I kind of talked about a sweet spot. And truly, there is a sweet spot with your archers. How you find it, I don't know if there's a secret key to this. But I need to change the range so that they change their firing format. Or their arch, you know, in their fire. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, we do kind of have a foothold here, more or less. These Cochlean Nobles, holy... I don't know, they must be a little upgraded because their melee defense is crazy. Maybe not, but 81 melee defense. I mean, to give you, you know, Thorax Swordsmen's are 59 melee defense. Where am I? So my Silver Shields are 69. Where's like a hoplite unit? You can compare them to... Oh, we got like nothing. Oh, Iceni? Okay, so they got like a 70 melee defense. Anyways, these guys are really tanky. They're tanky. They do a pretty decent amount of damage. They have a bunch of armor, pretty good health. Like they're insanely tough to break through, which you'll see. But anyways, I think we caught one of their archers. Oh, maybe their swords unit. But yeah, they have another Cochlean Noble unit. Awesome, good for me. And also, like, I'm just like, okay, that'll be awesome. Run that in there, and then I can get better shots at them even. But my archers are just having a horrible, horrible time. See, there's got a little bit of a bend to it, but maybe this, you know, the shift of this hill is also providing them with a little bit of cover, you know, with the wall. Oh, yep. And now they're firing in at me from the sides, at the front. Oh my gosh, it is just tough out here. Over here, though, Carthage is making pretty good ground. So Cochlean Nobles are combat even against Libyan infantry. They're being backed up with some legionaries from Galatia. And then they obviously have another Cochlean Noble unit in reserves. They're firing back with archers at, you know, whatever they can get. Oh, at the rear of this unit right here, this chosen sword band. So they're definitely gonna get annihilated. Yeah, I guarantee we see that coming in here. Yep. And that'll break them. I mean, that has a heavy psychological effect too, just getting pelted in the back with arrows. And as you can see, oh my goodness, they were keeping a lot of troops in reserve. And so Cochleus, they seem to have really stacked heavily on their Cochlean Nobles, right? They're not cheap, but you know, they seem to want to tank the front lines, and that's their goal for this, right? So they're doing it well. I'm having very, very heavy difficulties over here, breaking through them, and they're providing their archers with a good ground to fight in, as well as they're giving the swords a good backbone to fight with. I mean, these nobles, these Galatian legionaries, they should be in here fighting with these Cochlean Nobles, because they'll just work really, really well together. But I can see, you know, if you moved them in, they could possibly get on the flank. You know, maybe the nobles should move back a little bit. Tough to say, but Cochleus is, I mean, that's their goal. That's what they're doing. I don't even know. I think we saw like one axeman possibly. What's up here? Obviously, they have a slinger unit. They have some archers to be expected. Interesting, they only brought slingers. When you can use slingers and you can use them the whole time, they're pretty solid because they just have so much ammunition, right? This unit was either... Okay, yeah, they are out of ammo. So I moved them up here so my Persian hoplites could stop tanking, and maybe they draw fire from some of these guys that might be on auto fire or whatever. And yeah, so I'm noticing, oh, wow, I'm running out of troops, and I'm also not gaining a whole lot of ground. So kind of pulling my Silver Shields back. They're running in the Cochlean Nobles. This guy's probably just gonna... This guy's probably gonna have to die. Alright. But I am moving in another Silver Shield sword unit. Maybe we can flank them. These guys can get off their Pila. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. that was bad. Anyways, yeah. So these guys are horrible. I mean, they're really, really tough to defeat. At least for me, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they're only down 16 guys. These guys are like a half, but it's tough. But anyways, I see an opportunity here to move in another unit, collect these archers who still have ammunition, And then, I mean, they got reinforcing units, but I can definitely cause some damage if I move them in here. Ooh, I didn't notice that they moved in their noble fighters to this side. I mean, they kind of they're at a gridlock right here, so that's cool. Good move by Carthage. Yeah, just fighting for this turret now, or this tower. And just, I mean, it's a mosh pit in the center. I have one of my guys in here kind of flanking this Cochlear Noble unit. These other guys are fighting mostly on the front. They're a little crooked. That's fine. This unit right here, yeah, the Heroic Nobles. Good unit too, by the way. They're exhausted. They're getting shot in the flanks. And they're getting attacked in the flank. They're getting attacked in the front. So, not good for them. How am I doing? So these Silver Shields, they're facing towards the Archer Fire, which is good. And they're strong units, so they should be able to fight. I do also notice an opportunity here. You don't see this. They are facing their backs towards us. So hopefully we can get some good kills in there. Yep. Right there. And my archers are actually shooting over the wall, so that's good. And yeah, so moved in that other Silver Shield sword unit. They're looking for somebody to kill. These axe warriors are coming in, throwing some bodies at me. I'll definitely be able to handle them. And yeah, here we can look from the defender's perspective. You know, like, you're defending this, getting good shots off from here. On some people, well, actually they're wasting the ammo now because they're retreating. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Look at those shots coming in. That's awesome. Really starting to grind them down now. I feel like there's like an intermittent, like, early period where you don't really kill anybody, and then like that sweet spot where it's just like exponential death. So awesome for us. Defenders, however, I mean, if I was defending this, I'd be like, okay, not bad. They're definitely gonna break through eventually, but the hoplites are gonna hold out for quite a while in the center. This side over here doesn't actually look weak, but with my Silver Shields fighting, they're gonna break these guys. They'll be able to fight these guys, and we'll break these swords right here. So it is weaker than I think it appears. And we're also running in, you know, Iceni's running in some reinforcements to this left side, so not bad at all from them. And I'm going to try and shoot at their flanks, of course, as they're moving in on my Silver Shields. Yep, so nothing's going too horribly for us right now. Outside of the settlement, by the way, nothing really happens with any of this cavalry. They just kind of stage them out there menacingly, which I think they could have came in here and done some damage. You know, we have a unit of Heroic Riders and a unit of Elephants. So if they do come in here, they probably die. But there's 4 total. I mean, there's 4 total. If they coordinate very well, they can definitely pick something. They probably saw what happened to those chariots, what I did to those chariots. So they're like, you know what? Never mind. That's alright. I'm moving my archer that didn't have ammo. And yeah, I'm having some difficulty against these guys. And again, I feel like my archers should have a heyday with these swordsmen, but just not quite happening. I mean, let's see here. Here comes the arrows. They're getting good hits. Maybe they are. What's my archer? Okay, they only have 23 kills. I did not do great with my archers. I don't know why. I don't know. But yeah, okay. What's going on? So combat even. I don't know what's going on with these Cochlear Nobles. If they just got like the most fighting spirit ever to ever be gained in anything. But they're cooking my guys. This is good and bad here. You can see Iceni got like 3 breaking units. Okay, wait. Actually, it was just bad. I thought some of their units were breaking. That's all bad. All bad for us. Iceni is really just throwing everything they have in. Yeah. I don't know. We got Samnite Warriors in here. This flank right here is working out in our favor. If these guys can throw their javelins right here in this little gap. Oh, kind of shifting right now. That was a good gap right there for a second. Might have to reinforce this Libyan infantry as well. Oh man, it is just brutal. And the more that I saw how many troops they were throwing at us, I was like, wow, this has got to be like the majority of their army, right? Like, oh my gosh. It really feels like we've been fighting tooth and nail for everything. And I don't know why. I did not feel like I played very well, but, you know, nonetheless, Okay, well, to be fair, I did also get, the flank where they're shooting a bunch of arrows at. I mean, it's possible I shouldn't have pushed this. And I should have just committed very weak troops to hold it momentarily while we broke this. That could have been, the best goal, the best option. It is hard to, like, manage and move all those troops in one area, like this as well, though. So, I don't know. Oh, there are generals in there. It's Koklian general. Wow. So he's really putting it all on the line. He wanted to hold this forever. We do have a gap right here. It might be hard to move around this building, but we could try and move in. Awesome move by Iceni. Moving in these guys here to just try and hit the flank. I mean, we do have gaps, right? So we got to take advantage of it. Finally break the Koklian nobles. I'm with these guys. Let's go kill some Germans. I don't know, some barbarians. Glacia's like in Asia or the Middle East, kind of right in that strip peninsula. I don't know what you call that. So they're definitely not German. Actually, no one over here is Germans except for Iceni. Or no, wait. Sorry. Whoa. I was gonna say barbarians. Iceni is definitely not German either. They're over in Britain. Yeah, so I still have my royal beltas, which they're pretty good, actually. So, not bad there. And then, have anything else? I don't think so. Most of my guys are up here. But I don't know how these guys ended up on the wall. I literally just noticed that. With their backs turned and everything. That's awesome. I'm going to get into a crazy battle, by the way, with these Syrian archers. And they're going to keep sending them at me. Spoiler alert. Let's look at their stats real quick. Yeah, so melee attack 13, weapon damage 24. Dude, these guys, even though I'm at like half health, I'm exhausted, right? These guys put up a freaking fight in this little choke point, this little corridor. Oh my gosh, they actually fight forever. Yeah, I should have been buffing these guys earlier. I could move my general up at this point in time and help them, give them that second wind and stuff. Anyways, I see these archers moving up. They're throwing stuff at me. Let's kill them if we can, right? Do we have ammo? Or no? Okay, maybe not. Oh, okay. Well, we threw them at these guys. I probably didn't want them throwing their pila at me. Dang, my swords are exhausted too. I mean, they've been fighting for so long against those Koklian nobles. They just made me exhausted. This front line kind of evolved into this squiggly line here. Iceni, man, they just keep getting fly. Every time I look over here, there's like a Iceni unit just in between the Koklian nobles, somehow. Anyways, they're just up against a slinger unit, which I don't know what's going on. Like, did they buff the defenders or something? Their troops, even their slingers, are like kicking our butt, man. So anyways, we'll break through there though. That's just a slinger unit. It's just a slinger unit. Ooh, nice, good throw. Yeah, and then obviously these guys are getting kind of flanked here. They're breaking a unit, but they are going to get reinforced with noble fighters. So those noble fighters should shred them. Hopefully those guys. Yep. I was gonna say hopefully those slingers don't have ammo because they will start tearing them up, and they are. So that's something you got to be careful of. If you run these guys in here, you gotta angle them towards those archers. I mean, it was a great charge, great hit, but I would definitely shift them because oh my goodness, they are getting destroyed. Wow, it's amazing they saved their ammo for that long and they're that patient, right? Wow. Yeah, that's it for them, I think. That could put them into a little bit of a disadvantage, but they're mostly breaking these Glacian legionaries, and those nobles, they'll probably hang on for a little longer, though. Oh, man, that's so brutal for them. That's, like, solid, really, really solid unit. Tough. And obviously, so for these elephants to get in, we need to capture a gate, by the way. I kept thinking about that. Over here, yep, got my silver shields working on the left flank. That is finally clearing up. And what is that? Oh, they had fireballs that they accidentally set off or something. Interesting. Well, that's good for us because I'm pretty sure this lobby was said no deployables. So that's even better for us because I definitely would not have seen that coming. Yeah, and just positioning these guys, working. I don't know what I'm working, but working our way up to kill these hillmen that they got. Shouldn't be too hard there, and then finally we'll take out their archers. They're freaking bloody archers that have no ammo here, but I think these two guys over here do. Oh, maybe just one. Yeah, just this one unit. Yeah, sorry, they still have ammo after shooting, you know, murdering my guys out here for so long. Like, oh my goodness. It's a good archer spot though. I mean, if someone pushes this side of the wall, it's great. Shoot them from the side. Yep. Do spot a noble blood cavalry unit right here as well. Probably the one that they brought in from one of the sides. They still have those Galatian cavalry units out there circling. This, by the way, is not going to work out very well for them. I mean, they're kind of running into their own units. They get all jumbled up and stuff. So, yeah. I don't even think it killed anybody. Anybody. I try to say anybody and anyone at the same time. So yeah, not great for them on that. I'm protected by these archers that I'm murdering. So good for me. Finally bring in my general. Try and flank this legionary unit because they're, you know, my guys will probably break pretty soon. They're pretty low. And also just trying to preserve life of my units, right? Because we're coming down to, you know, the final-ish battle up there is where we'll move to. Yep, these guys, I told you. I mean, they were like half health. They're killed 40 of them. Even though they're exhausted, I mean, these archers, these Syrian archers, killed 40 of them. When has that ever happened? That's insane. So I guess being exhausted just really destroys your stats, which I know it does, but still, like, to that degree that you can't fight, you know, some archers? You know, granted, they have some armor, a little bit of armor, but they have no melee attack, they have no weapon damage. So, I don't know. It's actually insane. But they did shove like 4 units of them at me. This is a little concerning. I moved this archer unit up here just to help me on my flank. In case this would happen, they could eat the charge. Which, you know, lo and behold, hey, there they are. So if they make it through there, then I can start getting them. But I do have an archer unit with ammunition that's going to come in here and try and spray him down, which kills nobody, but they all hit, so, you know, I don't know. But they're going in there. Hey, they're getting them. There's one. There's one kill. Yeah, this unit kind of broke away, tried to go after my swordsman in the back, which I figured, yep, as soon as I turned away, those archers would shoot at me, and they did. So we just need to stop their charge, re-hit the archers, and then fight these guys with my general. Exactly what I'm going to do. And I could take that. Look, there's just a 65 unit swordman unit. I could take those guys easy. My guys are fresh, and they kill the archers. Just cleaning up on this flank here. Still shooting at the horses, by the way. Still shooting at the horses. The cavalry. Horses probably sound stupid. Still fighting, by the way. Still fighting these freaking... Oh, fresh now. Maybe they weren't in combat for a second. Yeah, so they should destroy him now. Jeez, man. They're down to 28. Oh my goodness. So 60 of them died. That's just ridiculous, man. Oh, you know what? It might be because I used my general. I probably used my general's second wind on him. Oh, nope. It was the whip. I used the whip. Jeez, I should have used that way sooner. That's 100% my bad. Over here, though, kind of cleaned up. These guys, by the way, their general's still holding out. You can see he's pretty upgraded. I don't know if you gain XP through the battle and your stats increase, or if they start with that. I think that you actually do gain XP because you can kind of see that bar. It's different levels for other people. Anyways, so yeah, they're still freaking fighting. Their backs are turned right now, though, I think. Oh, yeah, but we got pikes on them, so that's good. We must have determined that their guys are finally out of ammo, or out of ammo enough that we can bring in the pikes, so that's good. And by the way, with two pike units, if they're out of ammunition, there's no way we should lose, right? That's kind of my feeling. Like, you know, they're on the defense. They have to hold choke points, or we'll get them. And we have a unit of elephants as soon as we get them in, which I'm working on getting this gate over here, hopefully. And yeah, so just cleaning these guys up. Just cleaning them up. So I'm basically down to like 2.25 units is what I would say. And yeah, so not horrible. Iceni, they do have the heroic nobles, which solid. Oh, 2 heroic nobles, very good. Capturing that tower right there. Yep. And finally, these guys get destroyed. They have 217 kills. A little ridiculous. Pikemen are already up to 42 though. Barely, barely been fighting for too long. Same with the other ones. Noble fighters are 258 kills. Awesome. Really good for them. And you need it, and the annoying thing with pikes is you need to retarget them. Yep, so they push in like that and they I don't know, attack. Pikes are finicky, man. You gotta micro them. You gotta make sure they're facing right. They're not getting all out of whack, out of formation. So anyways, that's good. Awesome. Finally killing those guys off. I don't even know if we should push that hill. I mean, Desert Hoplites, you could take them out with a pike unit if they're going to hold that. And yeah, just running in. I mean, that's got to be it for Cokeless, mostly. You got what's this over here? Nobles. Oh, are they glitched? Uh-oh. They might be stuck in that wall. That sucks. Sucks for them. Yeah, getting brief images of what's to come, what we're fighting, as I'm capturing this gate. These gates, man, sometimes they just start rapid firing, just start murdering you. But keeping my general, active, fresh, eager. If he's paired with another unit, he'll do really, really well. He does pretty good on his own. I mean, that melee attack and the weapon damage is pretty solid. He's not insanely tanky, but he's pretty good. Gonna shoot them in the back on the way out, but they're kind of at the end of my range, so really nothing hits. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Ooh, what is that? Frenzy charge. Yeah, I don't think they're charging me, but anyways, gonna walk up there, get them out of their tequila throwing formation, just try and eat them up. These pits over here, I think they wanted to use them, but they already ran through them. I wasn't certain if they looked different or not, or if they're still active, but I mean, I should have known with this guy in the pit that's dead. Yeah. Wasted some ammo right there. Probably didn't need it. Yeah, I stopped him. Hey, Iceni fighting up here. They're exhausted nobles though. Yeah, melee combat even, that's pretty impressive. But between the tower and these guys being hoplites, I don't think that's really a winning battle right there. And again, out here, the cavalry is surrounding us. We got a bit of an issue because though we have the elephants out here, Carthage's general is just this bodyguard unit, so pretty weak, and they only have 40 horsemen in there versus full unit which has 80. So they could definitely fight. I would pair these guys together. I would keep them very close together. But he's thinking maybe they're not paying attention, which they probably aren't, and he's gonna roll somewhere else and try and hide him. Probably what he's thinking. Oh, there we go. They're on him. Yeah, that elephant unit though could destroy all 3 of these units out here, 100%. So I would keep these guys together, and move them as a unit. But whatever. So I mean, it's not a bad gamble, but it's obviously not paying off already. They're gonna be able to find them. Yeah. So yep, up here. Yeah, they broke. Oh, but they are just into the side of the building now, and getting hit with slingers. So that's good for us. Something I desperately wanted to do was I wanted to get these archers, any unit, bring them over here and capture the gate because, well, for 2 reasons. 1, we could bring our elephants in, or 2, this general. And then 3, their horsemen won't have anywhere to come in if they don't get in time, right? Because if we leave these gates, this gate over here or this gate over here open, then they can run in and they can flank us as we're fighting for this hill, this high ground, because they have good cavalry units. Now, there is this gate back here, which is an obvious choice for them. So if they bring them in time, they'll be in here, and then we'll fight them, and then we'll be able to face them head on, which isn't horrible. But we really need to secure that gate over there. So I sent an archer unit. But like I said, dude, sometimes these, like, look, annihilating my archers. Oh, and yeah, the tower up there, awesome. Just freaking rapid firing. Come on, man. No. Yep. So I got Silver Shield here, fresh. Only has 18 units though. So not great. Oh, like I said, I didn't know if these were still active or not, so I ran my ballista units through them. My ballista equipment units through them first, just in case they needed to die before my general. Yeah. So here we go. I mean, I got two pretty solid units here. These guys are not bad at all. I mean, 40 melee attack, 40 weapon damage. They're pretty solid. They're definitely pretty solid. But you know, run one unit in like this. We're gonna fight them together. Then we'll switch to you. On the other side of things, we do have these elephants coming in here. Good for us. Very, very good for us. We'll note that my archers did die trying to take the gates. So unfortunately, they went into modern day freaking MG turrets and they got mowed down. So, hey, who could have expected that? Iceni up here moving in. The exhausted, I wish they would have taken some time to let him rest. The exhausted heroic nobles against some Galatian legionaries. Those guys are really good, and they're, you know, they got slightly buff stats there. They would definitely win that fight. However, being exhausted, not too certain about that. We still do have the pikemen in here, which, yeah, they're like full health. And then got some noble fighters and some archers. Who know if they have ammo or not? Ooh, nice. He tried to catch him. Oh wow, look at this. Wait, wow, this is a great play. Bringing the bodyguard all the way around. Oh no, you should run him in. Dang, if he ran him in there and then the elephants collapse on him, that would have been such a play. I thought that's what his goal was. Because he's, I mean, they're both tired. Well, whatever. All right, bring him into civilization. Bring him in through the gates. Yeah, so I guess this is the point where Nabate, not here anymore. However, I'm not sure that it matters too much. I mean, strategy definitely matters at this point. However, they have all these swords. They're still going to pose a threat to us, and they're fighting in the general correct location. Obviously, they should be holding this and this. But we still lost a lot of troops. Let me clarify this. I think that this is still even with them gone, because we lost. I mean, look at our army compared to theirs. Look at the balance of power, right? They basically still have the advantage. Well, sort of. That being said, I mean, we have these elephants. So if you use these elephants, right? You run these elephants in here, murder all these sword units, right? Do not let the elephants touch any of these spear units. Just let them just trample these sword units. I mean, just rack up kills, because they will, and they can. And they have buffs too. I mean, I know they're very tired, but they have that trample buff. They literally, like, just let them go crazy. We have that, and then we have pikes. So while we kind of are at a disadvantage, we have some elite troops in here. We have noble fighters, we have my silver shields, we have my royal peltas, we have 2 pike units. I have a little bit of ammo left we're going to try and use. Yeah, so. So we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see how it goes. They do, what's up there? Yeah, this palace guard, this is a pretty good unit too, up here, holding this capture point. And yeah, I mean, dude, these guys, they could have done so good. They're just too tired. I mean, they're just exhausted. But they have 149 kills. They didn't do bad. You know, they didn't do bad. Yeah, so just in here trying to take on these swords. I'm trying to countercharge these Galatian legionaries. Their sides are turned to me. Also trying to hit them with some archer fire. I think Carthage is joining me in that. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe it's only Carthage. I should have been. But anyways, yep. Hitting them on the way out. Hitting them on the way in. I did have battle rhythm turned on, so I'm probably exhausted, or maybe not. What does it debuff me? Yeah, exertion. Maybe in a second it will. Jeez, man, like, so I'm down to 38. It wasn't super healthy getting in there, but I definitely am just getting tagged. Like these archer towers, man. When you have so few troops, they really hurt you. So I'm trying to get out of its range. And these elephants, I mean, they can really do whatever they want. They're still full health. They're exhausted though. That's a little bad for them. But they can fight. They can still fight for a very, very long time. I got my silver shields in here. Like, we need to be pushing these guys and murdering them. Especially because they're not really fighting. Like, yeah, moving in the pikes. This is solid. And just annihilating them. Just methodical, concise elimination of those units. And also, by the way, all the way out here, they did finally catch that general bodyguard that they wanted to so badly. They are only tired. Oh, exhausted. Yeah, from it. So they're gonna kill him. Obviously, he doesn't even have a kill yet. He's lost, you know, a little less than half, or yeah, a little less than half. But he's gonna lose and he's gonna die out there. Well, which will affect the morale. That being said, I don't know if it's too big of an issue. Is probably like you should probably bring those guys in here and fight first and foremost. But we do have to get through a fair number of troops. And yep, that gate is still there. So I do see this guy coming down. I also, like, I start to notice, like, okay, they're out there. Once they're done, where are they coming? They're coming back into civilization. So this guy's out of ammo, and I'm like, okay, I need to get him over to that gate. Yeah, look at that pathing. I need to capture that gate, or we're screwed, because now we have all the gates. If we can lock their cavalry out, we're good. Which, it's funny because you'll see, I think this Galatian player noticed that, and he brings down this sword unit for just that. And we noticed it at the same exact time. We were thinking about it right as they caught the general, because I didn't know how long they were going to be out there. How are the elephants doing? 161 kills. Yeah, doing all right. These pikes probably need to move them. They each should probably just take on their own unit. Like, put one here, put one here. More about speed, I would say. But the pike, I don't know. We're kind of coming down to it. Like, I think at this point in time, we had like 13, 16 minutes left to win or lose. You can see the timer in the bottom left. Oh yeah, look at this. So, I don't know if I lost track of them or what, but they go in. They run in on them. But not for long. Gonna get them out. Very tired. How? Maybe I used precise shot on them or something before they ran out of ammo. And obviously, like, if I was in a party, I'd be telling, you know, my Carthage ally, like, yo, dude, we need to capture this gate. You know, send somebody who doesn't have ammo over there or something. You know, back behind here or what? Because this guy's kind of blocking me. Elephants, just chilling out. I really think they should be in here murdering some swords, possibly. Keep them away from the spears, that's for sure. I don't know if the arrow towers will send them into a frenzy or not, but maybe it is worth capturing that before we start anything. Royal Peltis, just from the arrow towers, by the way. Haven't been fighting. Haven't been fighting, they've just been murdering me. I don't know, they have just a freaking hard on for me, man. They're just like, they just love seeing me come around. So yeah, this Galatian sword, they want to go back up there. I can see them, but they keep moving around. I'm trying to get past them. I'm thinking maybe he doesn't see me. I don't know why I think that, because this is his only troop, you know, besides the cavalry. So I'm just trying to get in there, man. I'm trying to weasel my way in there. Cavalry's probably already on its way, though. Like, they're probably very, very close. Yeah, anyways. Our pikes, very, very healthy. Still working down these swordsmen. And by the way, why I'm so worried about the cavalry is if they get in here, our main you know, attacking force here is basically the pikes at this point. Like the you know, noble fighters, they're good fighters, but they're cut down and they can't take cavalry charges. These guys they can fight it, but they get outflanked very easily. I guess we still have the elephants, so maybe I shouldn't be too worried. It's just they have like 4 units of cavalry, so they can still kind of work around and dodge the elephants for a bit. It's concerning. It's definitely concerning, but these elephants should definitely be in here fighting. They should be in here destroying an entire unit by themselves. Or even like if they move all these archers in. Oh wow, they have ammo. Oh yeah, look at that. But yeah, you put the archers in melee, fight them here, move the elephants in. Okay, yeah, check this out. So Glacia moving past me, I'm like, oh, I'll go get the gates. Yep, the cavalry, my worst freaking nightmare. Exactly what I thought was gonna happen. They're in here, and I get destroyed. Yep. So now they have an active flank going. They have reinforcing armies. At this point, I did call attention to it. So I circled it. I let our ally know, like, hey, dude, we're getting flanked right now. Protect your pikes. You know, do a defensive line here. So he is. This is good. This is good for us. Definitely need to make a pike. You know, come over here. Guard this. If you can guard this and this, we're good. Elephants can probably take care of the rest. Maybe. Archers are helping out. Oh, just annihilating them. Nice. They got good kills too. Yeah, I did move in my royal peltas in here. They're like moving back and forth. They're like so out of whack right now. I did also, though, I gave battle rhythm to these guys. Kind of a regret because the battle rhythm ends in them being exhausted. So I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have just given them second win. Kind of on me. That's my bad. Hey, that's my bad. Sorry, cavalry did try and get in here. Annihilated instantly. I don't know how so many of the elephants keep dying. Like, are they just weak? Or are they... What are they getting shot with? It's not this tower, right? No. I don't know. I don't know how they keep dying. They should be stronger. Yep. So, I mean, obviously see what's going on here. So we're running out of time. The pikes are pushing up. They need a fight. I mean, these one or two of these archers need to come in here. They still have ammo, so it's probably a tough decision. I understand that. You know, you want to skirmish down archer or cavalry. Either target them here, you know, and help your pikes out, or I don't know. He's not doing a bad job. I'm microing because I don't have troops to micro. At this point, I'm dead. You know, I'm just watching. He's not doing bad. I'm just complaining. Elephant's down to 8. I still don't know what's doing all this damage to him. Like, they should be annihilating these cavalry units. Oh man. So I wonder if it's because the cavalry have spears or what. I mean, usually I don't know. Not good for him though. I'll say that. It's not good for him. So we lose the elephants, which is a big bad indicator because now the cavalry has free reign at these archers, which obviously they're going to destroy them. Carthage does do a good move here. Brings one unit in to attack the palace guard here, and then one unit to defend the flank. This is the problem with pikes though. When you don't have troops to support them, they are easily outflanked. This is, you know, they have to move in a single solid line and unit, and they're not quick because they got to pick up their pikes and move in an orderly fashion. And so does everyone, you know, to a certain degree, but swords less so. They're more mobile, and that's literally, I mean, literally historically, that is how like the Romans would beat pikes from the Greek factions and things like this, right? Because they can outmaneuver them. So yeah, right there. Literally right there. Cannot get into position in time. And it happens all the time, man. I try and use pikes too, you know, and if you don't use them at the absolute correct moment in time, this is exactly what happens, is they get, I'm surprised, one, that the pikes busted that early. They should be at least able to hold out a little longer. I mean, their general's dead, their whole army's dead, so maybe not. But anyways, yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, great kind of comeback by Glacia. If we had secured this gate over here, though, if we had secured that gate, they would have lost. They would not have been able to bring in their cavalry in time. They would have had to, you know, fire torch down this door to get in. And you know, like, let's say the Glacia brought their swords down here. The elephants come down here, annihilate them. End of story. We capture the gate. Good. But shows you that was a good tactic by Glacia. I personally think maybe they should have brought their cavalry in earlier, but it all kind of worked out in the end. I'm sure these guys were like, oh my god, thank you. You know, they're like, thank you for coming back. Oh my god, where the hell were you? You know? They did actually. Was this the same Legionaries unit? I don't know. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I mean, they win. They took the dub. Congratulations to them. You know, kind of a comeback in a way. Um, it kind of came down to literally if we had that gate uh, secured or if we had more troops, and then we would have won. Um, Overall, so let's see here. I will say, you know, just to be fair, Iceni did also DC somewhere in there, so their performance may not entirely be up to them. Sorry, I had a burp. Anyways, me, I did all right. You know, I did okay. I mean, kind of equal with them, you know, and kills, which is all that really matters too much. Um, Carthage did very well for himself though. Really good kills here on the noble fighter, or at least this unit, and then the pikeman as well. And then also his Libyan infantry did not do bad either. I saw him kind of rotating them in and out, so he actually he played pretty well. I got to give it to him. You know, I could play to that extent if I really try. Sometimes I just forget. So good on him. And then obviously at least 1 2 of his archers did really well. These guys did all right. I say that's good, and this is kind of mid. My archers not great. You know, all right. Peltis did all right as well. Kind of wish they got more kills. I'm telling you though, those arrow towers just destroyed me. This guy right here, I don't know. I don't know who he was killing, what he was doing. He was obviously the most upgraded guy here, but he was destroying people. Awesome. Really good to see from that Silver Shield. And then his friend here did very good as well. This guy, don't know what happened. My bad. He got destroyed. My Thorax Swordman did okay. 223 right there on that guy. Really good, actually. Other than that, you know, kind of average, but my Ballista, a little disappointed with how grouped up they were. I feel like this could have got like 200 kills. Maybe I shouldn't have switched to the fireballs. Possibly. I'm not sure. But, not bad. You know, Iceni did okay. Obviously, these heroic nobles and stuff, they could have, you know, could have microed a little bit better. Sometimes they were outflanked and such, but I don't know when they deceived, so can't say too much. Over here, Galatia, you know, by the end, their horses, their cavalry, they got some good kills. And obviously their archers, wow, just insane kills. So they were really getting some good flank shots in on us. Wow, really good. Their swords also very good as well. All of them pretty much had good kills. Their 2 throwaway units, I mean mid kills. Wow, very good by Galatia. Coclis, yeah, look at all these freaking nobles. Oh my gosh. And then they had cheap units right here just to eat up whatever they could. And then more hoplites, so just entirely hoplites, which did very well for themselves as well. Their slingers also did very good. And their general, obviously, we saw him holding out forever. So good kills all around. And then Nabate, they did DC. They did DC. You know, I mean, we had all these swords basically in the back line, which could have done much better. Um, but yeah, I mean, I can't say too much about this either. So, anyways, good game. GG's, everybody. Really appreciate it. And please leave me a like, guys. Please comment, subscribe. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video.